just saying, oh, that is just a slip of the tongue. It was not a slip of the tongue. And if you know what an ellipse is, I'm about to explain it to you and why it's fucking crazy that they're doing this on April 8th. Not only NASA, but CERN too. And if you have CERN doing this particular experiment that they are launching on April 8th with the Particle Hadron Collider, and then you have NASA saying that they're going to be shooting 3 rockets at the sun at an exact moment of time to try to hit the ionosphere, baby, we are in for some shit. Before, NASA was trying to say that this was just them trying to detect what happens in the ionosphere during an eclipse and see how it affects radiation, how it affects cellular network, and all that other shit. So that's what they were pushing, right? Yeah, he just blew the whole fucking cover by saying ellipse, because now we know what they're really doing on April 8th. Before I get into it, let me just say that I am a conspiracy theorist. These are my own ideas, beliefs, and conspiracies. Do not take what I say as fact. Discretion advised. Before I explain to you what an ellipse is, I'm going to play you the clip of the NASA specialist doing a press conference and where he actually says that it is an ellipse.
In moments like this, a total solar ellipse, it's a moment when millions of people across North America will look to the heavens as the moon passes in front and between the sun and the earth. And it's a rare sight that we haven't seen in 7 years. And unusual things start to happen.
So y'all clearly heard him enunciate total solar ellipse and then go forward to try to backtrack and cover himself up and say that when the moon passes the sun, right, and then goes back into talking about very unusual and strange things that will happen. Why would that be strange that it's just an eclipse? Wrong, it's an ellipse. Now I'm going to give you a depiction of what an ellipse is, and then I'm going to put it together for you. This is the most accurate depiction that I can find that was easily relatable, that you guys can understand. It comes from this TikToker up there. So basically there are 2 points, right? And these 2 points, no matter what, they all come back to this point. And as you can see, they are creating these wave-like things. And I'm going to tell you what these 2 points are going to represent, because no matter where these 2 points are, one still goes to the other as far as wavelengths, frequency, and energy. And when those 2 things happen, stuff is created from that energy. Remember how I told you CERN was doing something on April 8th? One dot is CERN and the other dot is NASA. And together they are going to fucking create something that I don't even want to talk about. You have NASA, who is shooting 3 rockets at the solar eclipse at the exact time that the sun is passing the moon. They are trying to do an ellipse. And then you have the Hadron Collider that will be powering up and playing with fucking dark matter and ghosts at the same time where the sun is passing over the moon. Again, these are happening in different points at the same time. You couple that with the fact that thousands of people are going to be looking up at what is going on. They are going to be hitting the ionosphere while CERN is down here fucking with the other whatever is down here. The atmosphere, the frequencies, the pressures, because CERN experiments with dark matter, dark particles. They open black fucking holes. And if you don't believe me about those 3 rockets here, the purpose of these space missions is to delve into the study of the atmospheric disturbance triggered by the solar eclipse and gain an insight on its possible impact on satellite signals and radio frequencies. They launched the rockets will carry specific equipment into the ionosphere to accomplish this objective. The study will focus on atmospheric disturbance triggered by the eclipse. While they're shooting those 3 rockets at the sun, past the sun into the atmosphere, you have CERN, who is turning on their Particle Hadron Collider for the first time in multiple years. And if you are unfamiliar with that Particle Hadron Collider in CERN, they be fucking with some shit down there. And it literally draws so much power to this Hadron Collider that they can't power small towns near it because it's sucking up all the energy. The solar eclipse produces energy and solar flares on its own that are happening behind all of that. You take that and you have 2 points in time where you are basically fucking with what's up above and fucking with what's below, and you're telling me that ain't nothing crazy gonna happen? I would be surprised if a scene from Ghostbusters didn't open up and shit started flying right out of the air and coming down and fucking killing us. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I'm just telling you, I've been studying this eclipse since the first. Fuck it being biblical. even though it is biblical, we need to pay attention to what they're trying to open up. They're opening up portals and gateways and harnessing energy from the solar eclipse to do it. And if you don't believe me, look at the last time they powered on this machine. Fuck it, just look at 2008 when we literally went into a Mandela effect and everything fucking changed. Pay attention, and I don't care what nobody says. You have people saying, oh, nothing's gonna happen, nothing that you see, because you're in a different fucking dimension and frequency where you don't see shit anyway. So the people who are of a higher frequency and dimension, we're gonna see it. We're gonna feel it. It's gonna be all around you. This shit's gonna get really scary and demonic. But again, I'm just a conspiracy theorist. These are my own ideas, beliefs. Don't take any of it as fact. Discretion advised.
Now, why is this so important? Because CERN is about to start up the Hadron Collider, ladies and gentlemen, on April 8th, on the day of the biggest solar eclipse in American history, when millions of people are flying from around the world. They are going to collide these hadron atoms, these protons, these electrons are going to be collided on this day. Now, why in the world would they choose April 8th to do this? I have no idea. But this company is creepy on every level, and I'll tell you why. Not only is CERN in CERN, Switzerland, but I want to show you this because this is cause for, in my opinion, a cause for alarm, and here's why. If you take a look at where it's actually at, okay, a large portion of CERN is located in the territory of St. Genus Poli, probably not pronouncing that right. In Roman times, it was called Apollicum. The town and the temple were dedicated to Apollyon, the destroyer. So this is ancient Horus. This is Shiva. The town Apollyon literally is dedicated to the god of destruction, the god of chaos, the destroyer. And this entire Hadron Collider.
Coincidence, y'all? Let me know in the comments. Like, come on, man. We building. Look, I got some shit for you on this video. We coming with some heat tonight. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Let's get this. Hey, man, we should be almost 10,000 likes on this video, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, though. Let's get it.
A collider is right in the middle of Apollyon. Now, why is that so important? Because if you go to the book of Revelation, this is what we read. It says in chapter 9, verse 1, 2, and 11, to him was given the keys of the bottomless pit, and he opened the bottomless pit. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue his name is Apollyon. Now, you might not find that just a coincidence, but the fact that they've got this Hadron Collider, which some people, even very, very important scientists, are scared out of their mind of what is going to happen. Now, CERN will tell you on their website, we have no intention of doing anything wrong. Who has intention of blowing up the world?